watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Thanks for joining us for DC News Now. I'm Ariel Carbone. We'll get to your top stories in just a minute, but first, we want to get right to meteorologist Jackie Lair with a quick check on our forecast. Jackie, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Marielle. Later on today, there's still that chance for some isolated thunderstorms, but these storms will not be nearly as severe, or they won't be nearly as widespread as what we had yesterday afternoon and evening. So that's the good news with that. But we are starting off with those mainly cloudy skies, and those clouds will likely stick around into the afternoon too. So we're looking at noon. Still mainly cloudy, a bit humid too. Temperatures right around 80 through the middle of the day. But by, say, 4 p.m., that's when we could see some isolated showers and storms popping up. And again, these will be very spotty, very hit or miss. We'll see those high temperatures, though, today into those middle 80s. So not quite as hot as the last several days. Still holding to lower 80s, a little bit ahead of sunset, which is at 8:35 this evening. Now, as we look ahead towards tomorrow, still some thunderstorm chances in the forecast. More details and the timing of that coming up.
All right, Jackie, thank you. Well, those severe storms on Wednesday really tearing up the DMV. There were flash flood and tornado warnings issued for parts of the DMV, accompanied by heavy rain and thunder and lightning. The heavy rain was wreaking havoc on Metro riders at the Norma Gallaudet U Station. A tree also fell down along First Street in Northwest DC, blocking the roadway. And in Alexandria, Virginia, some drivers had to ditch their cars because of flash flooding. And in Montgomery County, a family is safe this morning after they say their Silver Spring home was struck by lightning. It happened around 6 on Geneva Avenue last night. Homeowner Kim Webb tells DC News Now that lightning struck her roof, damaged a chimney flume, and caused a small fire. Now, the fire was out by the time firefighters arrived. She says it was scary, but it could have been much worse.
And we were pretty lucky. I mean, we heard a huge boom. We had just gone to the basement because we got a tornado warning on our phones, and so we didn't mess around, went to the basement, heard the giant boom and a lot of crackling, and we thought a tree had come down on the house. So we came upstairs. We didn't see any trees, but we smelled something burning.
Scary stuff there. Webb says she and her family are okay, and nobody was hurt. The fire damage was minor. And take a look at this. This is some slowed down video of a lightning strike captured from our DC News Now studio last night. There, they see it there. Look at that. Digital producer Gabby Allen took this video, and of course we saw lightning all across the district. Again, some scary video we're seeing there. And in Maryland, dramatic new images of a tractor trailer dangling off of an overpass on the Beltway in Bethesda this morning. This happened after a crash early today near Old Georgetown Road and River Road near the 270 spur. Emergency crews say they took the driver to the hospital. The driver is expected to be okay. We're told that the truck was hauling produce, mushrooms to be exact. Some lanes are blocked. And a community in Southeast DC is holding a vigil tonight to address recent gun violence in the district. 17-year-old Zoe Kelly Hickman and 3-year-old Honesty Cheadle were killed last weekend in back-to-back shootings. Now, police say they've identified Honesty's suspected killer as 24-year-old Charles Rucker. Still no word on who shot Zoe. Tonight's candlelight vigil, led by Zoe's uncle, who is also an advisory neighborhood commissioner, is a call for action. He says what's happening in Southeast isn't just a crime issue, it's a humanitarian crisis. The vigil starts at 7. And a quarter-century-old cold case. Police in the district have finally arrested a man they say killed a woman in Northeast D.C. back in 1999. The suspect is 70 years old now and arraigned on murder charges. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg explains why the arrest took so long.
We now know it's been 13 years since the FBI first matched Mudd's DNA to this crime scene, but because of files getting lost along the way, it wasn't until Tuesday that he was arrested. The judge in this case calling the details disturbing and troubling. It was Friday, May 21st, 1999. Police found 24-year-old Susan Svengros dead inside her apartment in the 400 block of F Street Northeast. Prosecutors say she was found face down with her arms bent behind her back, stabbed 13 times. Lieutenant Keith Batten says they collected statements from witnesses and DNA evidence at the time.
A lot of those statements led to some people that we're interested in. We talked to a lot of people in this case, and then ultimately those kind of things led us to do additional searches for DNA evidence.
In 2012, the FBI matched DNA from inside Sven Gross and on her nightgown to now 70-year-old George Mudd. His DNA was in the system at the time because he was in prison in New York for a previous crime of violence. Court documents say Mudd denied seeing or knowing her. We now know Sven Gross did meet Mudd on one occasion through his relatives.
So after all these years, there's re-interviews of witnesses, there's re-interviews and re-analyzing DNA evidence. So we really take our time and go back through them. And they spent a lot of time to kind of bring this kind of case to closure.
One of the big holdups in the case was that several years prior to 2024, the FBI was unable to locate its laboratory data file for the case. But on July 30th, 2024, the file was located. At this time, detectives have no motive for the crime.
There's no sort of domestic angle to this case, so we don't have that aspect in it.
Taking into account Mudd's previous convictions and the details in this case, the judge is holding him without bond until his next court appearance on July 30th. At D.C. Superior Court, Daniel Hamburg, D.C. News Now.
And hundreds of people gathering at a high school stadium for a vigil honoring the victims of the deadly floods and those who are still missing in Texas. At yesterday's vigil, community leaders held prayers and sang songs of worship. Licensed counselors and therapists were also present to meet with people. Officials say 120 people have been killed, including dozens of children, and crews are still searching for more than 160 people. Meantime, Governor Abbott called on state lawmakers to approve new flood warning systems in flood-prone areas. Now, both Virginia and Maryland have sent crews to Texas to help. The devastation also has local communities here working to reassure families. And Maryland County says it has a warning system to alert neighbors when rivers and creeks flood. DC News Now's Dave Laval tells us more about the technology that officials call life-saving.
Water flows along this portion of Sligo Creek in Chevy Chase, closely monitored by a flood sensor. It's one of 35 set up around Montgomery County to alert county emergency management and Homeland Security workers about potential problems. Passing grade so far from the county's Assistant Chief Administrative Officer.
I think this has been a tremendous investment by the county.
The sensors have been on the job since their introduction into flood-prone areas 2 years ago through a partnership with FEMA. The devices also monitor dams. County leaders say the sensors are not just saving lives of people who live in threatened areas.
But it's also protecting our first responders by not having them not actually have to go out and do some of these dangerous water rescues with their personal flotation devices and the like. And so
the county now maintains the sensors, which have a lifespan of about 3 years before maintenance is needed on them. The cost, around $200 each.
Considering the cost of someone losing their vehicle or getting injured or, God forbid, their life from a flood, it's well worth the investment.
Kate Clemens agrees.
A few years ago, there was a flood that took out cars from the parking lot right up here at the Candy Cane City, and they actually went floating down the creek.
5 more sensors will soon be installed in northern Montgomery County to protect more people from floods.
And great news for families in Maryland. The months-long renovation to a pool in Montgomery County is done, and now people with all different abilities can jump in to cool off. County leaders say the $5 million makeover to the MLK Junior Pool includes a number of accessibility features, including 3 new water slides, a lazy river, and several pool lifts.
Montgomery County really fully believes in inclusion and accessibility for everyone in all aspects of life where we work, live, and in this case, play.
There is also a new deck and updated changing rooms. The renovations took 8 months to finish. All right, back over to meteorologist Jackie Lair. And Jackie, I've been saying it all week. Are we ever going to have a fully sunny pool day again?
I mean, today will not be that. I mean, tomorrow we will see some sunshine into the early afternoon before some isolated thunderstorms yet again. We've been settled into the stormy weather pattern. I know this past weekend we had some great weather for the July 4th holiday, and then this week we've had storms every single day. And yesterday, that was the main event. We talked about some frequent lightning, heavy torrential torrential rainfall and then those strong winds too as that line of embedded severe thunderstorms rolled through. We even had that tornado warning that popped up over D.C. Still waiting for the National Weather Service to assess that damage there to say if there was that tornado that touched down in D.C. That was just a radar indicated tornado warning. So we'll continue to monitor that. But the rainfall totals, though, over the last 48 hours, yeah, we did have some flash flooding as a result of that heavy rainfall yesterday with those storms. Some parts of the region received over 3 inches of rain. We see that signature there on the map into northernmost parts of Prince George's County over towards Anne Arundel County, even southernmost parts of Maryland, back out towards parts of northern Virginia. We're talking at least 2 inches of rainfall back down towards Dale City, even over towards Fauquier County and back over just north of Culpeper as well. Those rainfall totals wind down as you head farther off towards the north and west. So as we look ahead towards later on today, though, we still have some thunderstorm chances today, not nearly as widespread or as organized as what we had yesterday afternoon and evening, thankfully. But some of these storms, considering we still have that high humidity, a lot of moisture in the air, some of the storms could still contain that heavy rainfall. So you just have to watch out for the ponding or some very localized flash flooding if we do have those thunderstorms kind of pop up and remain over the same area over a certain period of time. Later on tonight, we do dry things out, mainly cloudy to partly cloudy skies overnight. Some patchy fog could develop into early tomorrow morning. The excessive rainfall outlook for the day today, that'll be the main impact with any of the thunderstorms that do pop up. We have a marginal risk for much of the area, a slightly higher chance down across southernmost parts of the area. That's that slight risk that you see on the screen down towards Spotsylvania County and Orange County. Severe outlook non-existent today, thankfully. Tomorrow, though, we do have a marginal risk as we look ahead towards the afternoon, as we will see yet again some thunderstorms popping up right into the middle of the afternoon again. So be on the lookout for that and stay weather aware later on for your Friday afternoon into the early evening plans as well. But notice how they're very isolated. Not everyone will be seeing those thunderstorms tomorrow as well. Highs today topping out to those middle 80s, closer towards D.C., upper 80s farther off towards the north and west, where we break out a little bit more of that sunshine out there later on today. Here's the rest of that 7-day outlook. Yeah, still looking at a stormy weather pattern as we get towards Saturday. Some isolated thunderstorms into the afternoon, similar to what we'll see tomorrow. And then we're talking about scattered thunderstorms on Sunday afternoon. Still storms in the forecast Monday, but we should start to dry things out later in the day Tuesday, and that'll continue into Wednesday.
Well, the Washington Commanders unveiled their new alternate jerseys on social media, throwing it back to their Super Bowl era style. In the post, the team showed off their new threads, drawing inspiration from their 3 Super Bowl wins in the 80s and 90s. White jerseys with gold trim on the numbers, and the old burgundy is back. The team will wear the uniforms for 3 home games this season. And we are helping you stretch your dollar on your next grocery run. The key is to keep what you buy so you don't toss money in the trash. DC News Now's Haley Mylon is with expert advice on making sure your food lasts.
Freezer and refrigerator settings may not be something you've paid attention to, but knowing the right setting can make your food last longer and give you the most bang for your buck.
If you just throw your groceries in the fridge without rhyme or reason to where you're putting them, think again. The FDA guidelines are to get your food in the fridge as soon as possible. Keep the temperature 40 degrees Fahrenheit or cooler. Store raw meats and fish on the bottom where it's coolest. Dairy can go above that, but cover cheeses up. Prepared foods like cooked meats and pastas can go on the top shelf. Fruits and veggies should go in the drawers. The shelves in your door get the warmest, so it's best to just use those for condiments. Wrapping salad and herbs in a damp paper towel will keep them from drying out. Okay, now on to filling the fridge. We track 10 grocery staple prices at Walmart, Giant, and Safeway to help you find the best deals out there. Compared to last week, Walmart prices are stable. And once again, the lowest of the bunch. A dozen brown eggs holding steady at $3.94. Giant Shoppers 80% lean ground beef is pricier this week at $5.49 for a 1-pound tray. Safeway's dropped prices on broccoli, avocado, and wheat bread. But ground beef prices are way up. An 80% lean 1-pound tray running you about $12. If you know what products you're shopping for, check out the app Grocery Deals. You can compare prices between various stores in real time.
Track these prices and more over on DCNewsNow.com. Keyword search, stretch your dollar. I'm Haley Mylon, back to you.
Don't walk, you'll want to run because the snack wrap is back. McDonald's lovers, the wait is over. It's back on the menu today. You may remember the popular wrap back in the mid-2000s. McDonald's discontinued the wrap for a few years and announced a few months ago it was coming back to the menu. The flavors will be spicy and ranch and a hint of garlic and onion. Sounds tasty. We'll have to get over there. And that is all that we have time for you this morning on DC News Now. Stick around for more news and weather coming up on DC News Now at noon.